marked this. Now, would it look better if I put the signs on the item, like on the barrel slash the dispenser itself? Yeah. But I think this makes it look better because then it makes you look at the object instead. And plus, what you can do as well, and I think it makes it harder with the sign, but I think it makes it pop more. If you do it this way, I'm just going to use a glow item frame, why not? Is you could put an item frame right there. And then let's say I'm selling glow item frames here. Well, I could just do this. So that you can see the item and you go, okay, like, and let's say you're new to Minecraft and you don't know what that item is. So you go over here and you look at it and it goes glow item frame. It's like, oh, they glow. Like, that's pretty cool. Oh, man. That's not what I wanted. Even though I hit the item frame, apparently I hit the block as well. Anyway. Yeah. Anyway, nothing really too much else over here, except for these entrances got a little bit of a glow up. Welcome to Arcadix. Unfortunately, you can't stretch it out. So, literally, I could copy this sign and go, welcome to Arcadix all the way throughout, but I didn't want that. So, I chose the middle, and that sign also is the same. And there's one above there, too. You might have seen it, but I didn't really put too much attention to it. We'll get to back here in a second. We're going to go down here so I can explain something here. So, yeah, you can already see that I didn't do something. So I found out why some of these pistons were being activated, and that was because of a redstone lamp that needed to be powered by a redstone block, because I like to use the blocks more than I like to use the torches. But unfortunately, what that actually ends up doing is that it made a signal to, I think it was these two, I think, or one of these, like one of the ones from this line and one of the ones from this line, to be activated, which is not what I wanted. So instead, what I did is I changed it to, I think it's shroom lights, and then just put a carpet on them. Now, I also put a welcome to Arcadix here. Unfortunately, I couldn't put it on a slab, and getting rid of this slab and just putting it here didn't look good, so I opted for that block. But yeah, so next time we will be creating doors here. We'll do one section at a time, or we'll do one section. So let's say next time we'll open up this door, and then off screen the other door will be able to be opened, because all it really much is grab whatever coordinates you put on this sign and just reverse them. So if they're negative, put positive, and then you're good to go. So yeah. So also, these are also all of the farming stuff from the barrel. Yeah, I forgot about them later on. I literally forgot about these until I think it was last week. And then I was like, oh my god, I forgot about the farming stuff. So yeah, I forgot about the farming ones. My bad. But I have a plan. So that's, the plan is to get those get all this stuff done. But I changed these redstone lamps into frog lights. I thought that would look cool. And of course, all of these farms are going to be changed. Well, the blocks are going to be changed. I'm going to change these into mud, because apparently mud is a much better block than dirt for certain things, and I want to try it. So yeah, so before we continue on over to the back, there is some other things as well. I think it's behind here. Yeah. So these secret storage areas, this one I think has nothing. But the other side's a different story. The other side has my wallet that I had in 1.16, and a beginner pack that everybody would be given when they start off. So I want to mention something real quick, because this happened and it was funny. when I built this, well, not really built, but when I designed the interior in 1.12, I designed it in a way that I would have so much storage that I wouldn't know what to do with it. This is only half of what happened. So while I was figuring out where all those random ones, like if I were to work around the barrel in which that contained my stuff, I apparently forgot about many different storage options. I'm not joking. I literally was like, "Oh my god, I don't know where to put this." And I was like, "Oh man, I don't think I have enough space for all this stuff." And then I completely forgot about the upper area entirely. I think I just remembered like last week. I was like, I forgot I had that area. But I also forgot that I had this area too. Until later on, when I had what was that? That's the 1.17 stuff. That's the beginner pack. That's another beginner pack. And I think that's the tools from the upper area. And that's just more weapons and stuff like that. And if we go over here... Oh, not those ones? Is it these ones? That's from the first world. And here's from my bee business. Well, these three are from my bee business. These are from the... Or me trying to sort of not engineer, but like... Sort of spawn in a way to do it. And then something else I completely forgot, and we'll be able to go there zooming fast, is this area too. I completely forgot about this until after the fact. And the weird thing is that I spent so much time trying to design these areas, and yet I completely forgot about them. I tried to change the how you not the how you enter, but like how this area is. So like you have to have like the trapdoor here and then the trapdoor here. Doesn't work, unfortunately. I tried. So, yeah, I'm just going to leave that open. Yeah, there's nothing on the opposite side either. These are going to be moved because I forgot about that upper furnace area. I was trying and see if I could find a spot for it here. But I thought against it. So these are the natural fuel areas that were close to the furnace array. And these are all filled. Oh. They're not all filled? That's weird. I thought these were filled. Huh. Okay, well, they're supposed to be filled. Or a lot of them are supposed to be filled with coal blocks. That's weird. Anyway, we'll go to the down here area. And then we'll lead down to the enchantment area before I go to the top area over here. And reveal some cool changes that I've done. So over here is where the enchanting area is supposed to be. So here's where you grab your lapis. You go down here, you go and go, okay, I want to enchant my diamond pick, and then you put it in there. However, I also have my bottle of enchantings from the older worlds, and I have my XP bottles from the what do you call it? The Rosaria base, which this was all obtained in 1.17 from the use of, I think it was a gold farm. Not 100% sure. Or majority of it was gained from that. And here's the enchanting boxes from before, from Rosaria base. And then these are all the lapis blocks that were from the other, from the 1.12. So I have to find out or I gotta change all those to a different color, and the name, of course. And then down here, I think it's in here. Yeah, is where all those random armor enchantments, tools and weapons, and then the shared enchantments. So pretty much it's like something that has like something that you can put on a tool or an armor piece. That's what these are. They're mostly just for the enchantment books that you create yourself. And then I think, oh, it could be mixed enchantments. I'm not quite sure. Oh no, I think shared is shared between the two of them. So like mending and unbreaking and stuff. And I think down here, I think has more. I think. Yeah, I think these are the same thing. I think those are from my original worlds. Yeah. Okay. So I got to do a little bit of work on this little corner, but most of it is like pretty much done. And up here, uh, pretty much only a very few things changed. So I had the idea of creating these lava cauldrons because I thought that they would be a pretty cool addition to the area. So my idea was to see if this would actually work. Because when I tested this before, it didn't. So I had to like, I had kept lowering the thing and then it would eventually work and then I didn't like it. And then now it suddenly works. So I don't care if the distance makes it like take longer. This is just so that way though, like you can use lava buckets as fuel in case, like just in case. But mostly you're going to be using the coal that's like, you know, down there. And now we get to the bread and the butter of the area. Yeah, this storage room. Oh my word. So, this area has seen, as you can see, a lot of changes because I just put anvils down. Yeah, so like there's still a lot of work that, or not a lot, but some work that needs to be done. This is empty. But yeah, so like this stuff is going to be filled with shulkers that have contained of these items. Just like banner patterns only have like one of each because I only ever needed to collect one, I think, and that was it. And then same thing with filled buckets. I only filled one, and that's it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Like all of this stuff I need to fix around and stuff like that. So yeah, but the one reason why we're here, or the one thing that I want to mention is that I wanted to sort of change this materials area before we start into getting topic of why these barrels are still here. I wanted to do something cool with the material area. So like these would be, so how these sections are sort of divided up is that from this line right here all the way down to this line is technically an area. So you have a 2x2 area, and then you have three 3x2 areas on one side. So the other side is identical, pretty much. Now the difference is that what I wanted to do with this is that I wanted to separate it from natural materials or materials that you have to sort of manufacture or something like that. So like sticks, tripwire hooks, like that kind of deal. And mob materials or natural materials. So something like these prismarine stuff. But the problem that arose in my head is, okay, so if I were to do that, it would cause two problems. One is that depending on where I position everything, some items are going to be harder to like sort of like quickly grab. So let's say this is the natural materials and that's the mob materials. So let's say I need ender pearls, but I decide that they're more of a rarish version. So that means that from the, so let's say we'll put it towards the middle section. So sort of like over here, let's say, but opposite, of course. So that means that we would have to go down the stairs. So let's just go down these stairs. We need ender pearls. So that means, well, we don't have to jump over. We need to go over here, and we need to go to ender pearls. Wow. That's ender pearls. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to make it, like, harder for me to be able to, like, you know, quickly grab items, right? I just want it to be sorted so that way, though, like, it makes sense. And here's where color and flora. This isn't fully complete. It's mostly complete. You'll know by the banners, yeah, and the carpet, yep, and the beds, and all of this other stuff too. Yeah, they're still in that chest because of the fact that dispensers only hold 9 objects, and there are 17 of them, so you can't really do it. But yeah, so here's where the nether is. Here's where the natural terrain is. Here's where building blocks are. Here's where redstone is. And here's a blank one. This entire aisle, I'm going to call them, is blank. So I can put anything I really want here. And then there's decorations. Here's another blank aisle, but it's a smaller one. Here's where wood goes. I started to add, I think it's mangrove. Yeah. Because we do have these. They're just not named as appropriate as these ones. And I still need to do some work, apparently. Which is okay. And then there's color and flora. So let's go and talk about this area before I talk about these barrels. Up here, nothing's changed. Down here, on the other hand,